Alright guys, this is Chris Lebash, Space 84. We're going to be working on the 4S Kraton. I've been on a couple forums. There's not much out on them. I got a little extra power going to mine and keep breaking rear diffs. So we're going to dive into that. If you guys need to replace it, stock Arrma AR310873. There you go. Pinion stock. Arrma 310872. Stock diff. Yeah. Comes with the cover. Need a gasket, get one. I got one extra. This is my third diff, so we're going to be doing that today. Also I'm going to dive into that. Alright then, let's get started here. So first, pretty much, gotta get the back wheels off. I will say, I use the gun on my rear wheels. I have stripped one of these out, and once you do, it is a pain in the you-know-what to get it off. So, impact driver. Works fine. Put them on, nice and easy. They'll stay on there. Yeah, why is the dog going crazy? Shut up! Alright, back to work. You want to start in the back. Grab your right Allen head key. Mostly 2, 2.5, and 3 on these millimeter. And I do not use a drill because I have stripped my share of bolts out. Bella, shut up! I'll start with the rear wing. And I think maybe the wife and kid are home. Not sure. Yeah, how many this over here so you can see what's coming out. 2 little bolts in the top. Drag back here. I got a little outcast bumper for a little more protection. These shocks, they love to break. I did in aluminum ball pins and hinge pins all around. I think it's helping a little bit with the shocks not breaking. They like to break right at the eyelet or input shaft, or I can actually tell you what it's really called if you want. I think it's eyelet. Eyelet. part of the shop. Easier said than. So really, I'm helping out a buddy that wants to see me do my diff because I've done it 3 times and he hasn't done his yet. Try and keep track of your Allen screws as you take them out with the rear. Really, bar, if you just take just this bottom pin out, I don't think you have to take the wheelie bar down. This is that long screw, I think. We will see. Yeah, not really that long. On both sides. Over there. I'll take the top of your shock out. If you don't feel like taking the shock all the way out, it will come apart without taking the bottom out. We do have RPM arms now. Looking for probably shock upgrade soon. I really want to get the new steel diff out by Hot Racing. That's new. Just came out. I'm going to take your end links. I do not use a drill because I have already stripped my fair share of Allen head screws, and they're not fun to get out once you strip them. Okay. And I think that is being little Loctite hung in there instead of the aluminum. It will get stuck in here because the Loctite will just stick to the aluminum in the end link. Once I get it on here, it goes a little faster. New to YouTube. Like I said, it was Chris Lebash and the Space 84. If you care to subscribe and check this out. Okay, so here, 2.5 on top. For your middle brace. I am running stock motor, upgraded ESC, however. Could take 6S, but I'm breaking discs with 4S, so until we go with steel, I think we better stay with 4S. It's fast enough. I apologize. Is this light like ruining everything? Apologize for the lights in the shop. start blocking them out as I'm getting into detail here, but we're just pretty much taking apart the rear end of the car. You could just take the rear shock brace out. You know, it's just going to get in the way when you start getting into the rear diff here. Alright, well, I think we're ready to flip her over. Now, you have to take the rear skid plate off. Yeah. Baby goes in there. I am on my porch, but, you know, it's a little chilly. It's a little chilly out here. This definitely has Loctite on it. Little guy in front of the big long screw. Now I believe this one only holds the diff, but if you want to get your rear wing off, you are going to want these hinge pins here come out for a second. And we do have no. So, well, we got that off. Alright, so take the drive shaft out. Should have had it. Let me see something really quick here. We get some noise. You hear that there? Oh, sounds totally gone now. Well, if that's the angle of the shaft, or you will see how it is. Oh, to get the, I'll take that up. Take the drive shaft out. This is where this gets in the way. There we go. Drive shaft. I do have the Fast Daddy Racing bearings upgrade on this also. We gotta take that battery strap bolt out. This guy. So we can move this, slide the motor up. And if you're in the dirt a lot, this motor could be nice and fun to get out. Comes out easier if there's no dirt. Then you just want to slide this out here. This is the motor cover. And I should have just took this whole thing out. It's getting in the way no matter what. So these slide out, by the way. Push on in the front here. Take this top screw out. And then there's a little piece. You gotta push or pull. I keep mine halfway in so we don't lose them. This is always in the front, this end. Just screw on it. See that? And now we're going to slide the motor forward. So you pull up on the back tab here, give her a little push. However, your car is dirty. Might be a little difficult to get the motor to slide forward. I think we got the tab out far enough. There it goes. Disconnect your motor, and we're going to disconnect the fan, heat sink fan in the motor. There we go. Voila. So, make sure it's not the, check your spur gear first. Make sure it's not your spur gear that's broken, and it is the rear diff, definitely. Alright, so 2 more screws down at the bottom, right in the center here. And then just kind of hold on to the top of your wing assembly and cover, because it's coming off after these 2 bolts in here. Better with the lights. I wish I did that a little bit earlier. But we're getting to the important part now. The rest of it was just, starting little tiny bolts. I think we only got 10 of them, 12 of them to take out to get to the rear diff. Just got to slide that motor out. So, unfortunately, I am putting the stock diff back in because I'm waiting for my hot racing steel diff. Alright, see, that fell out already. I'm going to hang on to that. I didn't do a good job of hanging on. And then you are getting into your diff. If you kind of keep this all together, you can get away with, could have saved 2 more bolts. Just you guys a little bit there so you can now get into it here. Go, baby. The lights. Lost light there. Bring it up to you guys out there. Here we have our rear diff. Now, if you want to keep all this together, you are better off just pulling out your RPM. Pins in here. RPM tightens it up quite a bit, and look at this. Wait a second. I do not see a missing tooth. And that's how you take it out without everything. Just lift it up. Keep your hands on, and I have a totally stripped pinion, but a good, decent ring gear. That is never happened before. You guys want to see that? Over here, we got a nice, there we go, a nice ring gear with a broken, stripped out pinion. And why that happened like that is gonna be beyond me. Never broke just the pinion before. Always have a missing tooth on my ring gear. I don't know if I trust it enough to put the old one back in. Well, I guess we'll see, huh? Let's get it apart. We need that light one. Alright. Yeah. Totally stripped the pinion, but the ring gear still looks decent. And I could show the previous breakages here. Always break a tooth on the ring gear. Hope you can see that. There's a couple missing teeth. And looks like this when you break the pinion also. But this is the last time. We might dive into doing the slipper clutch because it is loosening on me. Two screws on the case. This is definitely new. Kind of wondering, I've been driving on a ton of ice. If anybody knows, if you're overworking your four-wheel drive and really pushing it on ice, if it would strip out your pinion and ring gear faster. Alright, well, that's that. We're going to take the case off after we take these axles out. That's two. Okay, got that. Take these axles on so they stay on for us. Don't lose your screw in there. Should stay. So once we have our axles off, we will be seeing why and how did I just strip. Okay, that's one cover. Now you have two bearings in here. One goes down really tight. This guy here onto the pinion, and one is relatively loose. How I just stripped the pinion is a little bit odd. It's definitely odd. I'm going to tell you now, if you're taking this guy off your pinion, it is a real pain. You know, a lot of people say breaking diffs, oh, get the aluminum yokes. Well, we got a new car out, you know, there's not everything that comes out right away. Gotta wait for a lot of newer parts. So that is how you get your ring and your pinion gear out. Alright, I'll be back after these messages. Chris Lebash .84, not .84. See, space 84. I gotta maybe change that. It just might be Chris Lebash. But if you want to subscribe and see the 4S Kraton worked on, let me know. Subscribe.